Welcome back to another SolidWorks lesson. In this video, we'll use a few more tools in the drawing environment. Let's open a new drawing. As we said before, you first choose a sheet size. Here we select a size and click OK. Now in Model View, select the part file. Then place the three main views, front, top, and right. Remember, top and right are aligned to the front view. So if you move the front view, the right view follows it. Now let's continue with the next tools. The next tool is Auxiliary View. Auxiliary View works like this. You select an edge first. For example, I select this edge. SolidWorks creates a view perpendicular to that edge. This also works for angled edges. For example, click this angled edge and place the view. If I select the auxiliary view, I can change its direction. Click Flip Direction and the arrow reverses. You can also change the view label, like A, B, or C. And the arrows show the viewing direction. That's auxiliary view. Now let's delete this view and clean up the sheet. Next, I want to explain a few details about sheet format. In the title block, you can enter information. For example, project title, material, or the drawing scale. You can also write the designer name and the date. To edit the title block, right-click and choose Edit Sheet Format. Now you are in Sheet Format Edit mode. For example, to change the scale text, double-click Scale. Now you can type a new scale value. For a 2:1 scale, type 2:1. That means the view is displayed twice as large. But the real part size is still the same. So a 100 mm hole is still 100 mm. Only the display scale changed. For half scale, you write 1:2. If scale is unchanged, you write 1:1. So this title block scale is only the display scale. You can also type material and other details here. When you're done, click this icon to exit Edit Sheet Format. Now you're back in the normal drawing mode. Another useful point is changing the sheet size later. For example, you chose a size, but later you realize it's too small or too big. Right-click the sheet, then click Properties. Here you can change the sheet size, for example to A0. Click Apply Changes, and the sheet size updates. Okay, now let's continue with the tools. Another very useful panel is View Palette. Click View Palette, then click the three dots to browse. Select the part file you want and click Open. Now you see many available views in the palette. Front, top, and right are checked because they are already placed. To insert a view like isometric, drag it onto the sheet. Drop it here, and the isometric view is added. So View Palette is a quick way to insert extra views. Now when I click the isometric view, a side panel appears. In orientation, it shows different view directions. The current isometric view is highlighted in gray. If I click front, it switches to the front orientation. We also have right, bottom, top, left, and back. So you can change the orientation from this panel. Now I'll switch back to isometric. Next, let's talk about view scale. Scale is very important in drawings. By default, this view scale may be set automatically, like 1:2. To change it manually, enable Use Custom Scale. Now you can type the scale value yourself. For true size, type 1:1 and press Enter. Now you see the view becomes too large for the sheet. So we need to reduce it again. For example, set it to 1:3. It becomes smaller. And if you set 2:1, it becomes larger. So choose a scale that fits the sheet. I'll set it back to 1:2 and click OK. Now remember, whenever you change scale, you must mention it in the drawing. Where do you write the scale? Option 1. Write it in the sheet format title block. For example, edit sheet format and type 1:2 next to scale. Option 2. Add a note in the drawing. Let's add a note now from the Annotation tab. Choose Note and place it on the sheet. Type Scale 1:2, then click OK. Now you can edit the note style. For example, increase the font size. And choose a color if you want. Click OK. Let me undo and place it more cleanly under the view. Now I place the note again. Set a color and a font size. Click OK. Now the scale note is visible under the view. Now let's continue with the next tool, Section View. Section View creates a cut view so we can see internal details. Sometimes you must show what is inside the part, and section views are perfect. Click Section View. You can see 4 types of section views here. The first type creates a vertical section. Click in the middle of the view to place the cutting line. Click OK, and SolidWorks creates the section view. The arrows show which side is removed. Click Flip Direction to reverse the cut direction. Now you can see the part is cut in half. And internal details, like this hole, become visible. So that's the vertical section view. The second type is a horizontal section. It creates a horizontal cutting line. Click OK, then place the section view on the sheet. If you want to move it freely, right-click the view. Go to Alignment, then choose Break Alignment. Now you can place it anywhere you want. Try to keep the arrows logical. Place the view accordingly. You can adjust the position a bit for clarity. Now let me delete this and show the clean example again. Create it again like this. Now you can clearly see the cut and the internal details. 2 more section types remain, and we'll cover them in the next video. Hope this lesson was helpful. See you in the next one.